Today's date is the 29th October 2018. My name is Julfikar Hasnain Chaudhary and I'm going to conduct your speaking test. In the first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions about yourself and on two topics. First, can you please tell me your full name?
My name is Jarif as stated in my passport, and I am from Chittagong Grammar School, currently studying in the 12th grade.
Okay. Mr. How may I call you?
Can you repeat it again?
How may I call you?
You can call me Jarif.
Okay, Mr. Jarif. Do you know the meaning of your name?
I really don't know the meaning of my name. The name was given by my parents, but I never asked them what's the meaning of my name.
Have you ever thought of your name? The meaning of your name?
No, not really. I've never thought of knowing it.
Have you ever thought of the significance of your name?
Not at all. I've never thought of it.
Okay, Mr. Zarif, let's talk about your hometown. Is your hometown a good place to live?
My hometown is currently Chittagong. My hometown is Chittagong, and I think it is a good place to live in Bangladesh. Compared to the other cities in Bangladesh, this place is comparatively peaceful and it has less traffic compared to the other cosmopolitan cities of Bangladesh.
And what sorts of jobs do people do in this?
Most of the people residing in Chittagong mainly are connected to various kinds of businesses, ranging from small ones to very large businesses.
In which part of your hometown do most people live?
Most people live in Chowk Bazaar, I believe, in the hometown I reside.
And where did you play in your hometown when you were a child?
I used to play in the Chittagong medical field. It's not close to my house. I used to go there by car every day, and I used to play football, and rarely I used to play cricket there.
Okay, Mr. Jarif, let's talk about films.
Yes.
How often do you go to the cinema?
I go very less. I do not go oftenly to the cinemas. In fact, I go very less to the cinema halls.
And do you prefer to watch at the cinema hall or at home?
I prefer to watch movies I prefer to watch at home because I find it hectic to go to the cinema halls. It's more enjoyable and comfortable to watch at home.
And which film from your childhood do you remember most?
It's a cartoon film. It's Shrek 1, and as a child, during my childhood days, I used to like cartoon characters a lot, and the film Shrek portrays a lot of cartoon characters, and the story itself is really good. So that's what makes it one of my favorite and memorable movies.
Okay, Mr. Jarif. Now we are moving on to the second part of the test. And in this part, I'm going to give you a card. On the card, you'll find a topic and you'll also find some guiding questions. Based on that, you have to prepare a talk for 1 to 2 minutes and you have 1 minute time to take note. Your topic is to describe an interesting place that you have visited as a tourist. Okay, would you like to start now?
Yes, I would like to start now. The most interesting place that I've visited as a tourist was Los Angeles, California. It's Los Angeles, California. In fact, I visited it 3 months back, and it has been one of my most memorable destinations in a lot of years. This place is located on the west coast of United States of America, and I went there mainly for leisure purposes with my friends and family. And in Los Angeles, I visited Beverly Hills. I went to the Universal Studios where I saw a lot of characters of different films. I also went to the Griffith Observatory where through various telescopes I got a clear picture of the solar system, and the observatory also had a clear view of the whole Los Angeles city. It was a splendid kind of view, and One of my relatives also lives there, and with them we also had a tour of the Los Angeles city in general. We spent about 5 6 days there, and I think this place was interesting because many movies and games portray Los Angeles city, and coming to see the city live by myself, it was really interesting for me, and thus I think it was very interesting. Thus it was so interesting for me. So please.
Okay, thank you very much. Now we are moving on to the final part of the test. Let's talk about the places that the tourist visits. What areas of a town or city do tourists often like to visit?
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Can you repeat it again?
What areas of a town or city do tourists often like to visit?
If it's a major city, popular city, then the tourists would obviously like to visit the large skyscrapers of the metropolis. They would also like to visit some museums and other attractions that the city offers to the tourists. Other than that, there's those famous shopping malls, and which often are branded shops, and I believe the tourists are attracted to them a lot.
How important is it for local governments to look after popular tourist attractions?
Um, in in my opinion, I believe it is really important since tourists, they are an important part of government revenue. Every year, tourists generate a lot of money, which can help the governments to add funds for various purposes. Then tourists helps a country to be popular among other destinations worldwide. If it's a good tourist spot, then it will attract sufficient amount of revenue, and it will be helpful for the country as a whole.
Should people pay to visit attractions such as museums and galleries?
Yes, I think they should pay to visit museums and galleries. The fee should be used to maintain the museums and galleries so that it is up to the mark at all times, and the experience does not deteriorate anytime soon.
Okay, let's talk about being a tourist. How should tourists behave when they are in a different country?
There is an idiom saying, "Do in Rome as the Romans do." So I believe the tourists should follow rules and regulations that do not harm the culture of the country they visit. They should not litter the country they're visiting, and should behave themselves at all times. And above all, they should not hurt the culture and people of the country they're visiting in.
What can local people do to help tourists enjoy their visit?
The major problems most tourists face is scams, and they are charged more than necessary. Like most tourist destinations have fraud people, fraud taxi drivers, and it's common being fraud in most tourist destinations. So I believe that locals in the destinations can be more loyal to the tourists, and this would help them enjoy the destination more. And, yeah.
And what can tourists learn from visiting new places?
Uh, there is nothing. Learning has no end. There are always a lot of things to learn, but the main things that tourists should learn while visiting a destination is that the culture, the tradition, and most importantly, how the people interact and the people of the country they visit.
Thank you very much. Your test
Thank you,
is
sir.
over.